93 topic is enlarge your objective. Here is another self motivator that also must be used as an intellectual tool only. Take a certain goal of yours and double it or triple it or multiply it by 10 and then ask yourself quite seriously what you would have to do to achieve that new goal. I used this game recently with my friend who holds a position in sales. He came to see me because it was selling 100,000 worth of products each month, the most of his team, and wanted to somehow get 140,000. I asked him to tell me what it would take for him to sell 200,000 worth of equipment each month. 200,000, he shouted. That's impossible. I am leading I'm leading the team already with 100,000 and nobody thought that that could be done. That's impossible. I'm leading the team already with 100,000 and nobody thought that could be done. That could be done. What would you have to do? I persisted. What would you have to do? I persisted. No, he said. You don't understand. I want to hit 140,000 a month. Even that it's so hard, I don't know how to. I will do it. I finally told him the theory behind this game. If you seriously look at the outrageous goal, outrageous goal such as a 200,000, it will opening things up for you creatively that wouldn't have opened up if you stayed looking at 140,000. He nodded slowly and reluctantly agreed to play along with for a while. He nodded slowly and reluctantly agreed to play along for a while. Okay, he said, but remember, we are talking about something that's impossible. Fine, I said, but if your life depended on hitting 200,000 next month, what exactly would you do? He laughed and then started listing things as I wrote them down on the flip pad. After he got through the ridiculous ideas like stealing other people's accounts and the cooking the books, he began to think of more ideas. At the first, it was hard. At the first, it was hard. I would have to be two places at once, he said. I would have to be two places at once, he said. I would have make twice as many presentation as I'm making. I would have to make twice as many presentation as I am making. I would have to present two clients at once. I would have to present to two clients at once. Then it hit him. All of a sudden, he got an idea that he might be able to stage a large presentation of his product with a number of clients in the room at the one time. I could rent a room at a hotel and 20 people in, in for a coffee and donuts. And I could make a big deal out of it, he said. Then it hit him. All of a sudden, he got an idea that he might be able to stage a large presentation of his product with a number of clients in the room at one time. I could rent a room at a hotel and have 20 people in for office and donuts. And I could make a big deal out of it, he said. A number of other ideas came to him, ways to combine his cold calling with his travel time, ways to utilize email as a sales out tool, how to use the administrative staff better, and ways to expand his contracts so that they would cover longer period of time for higher original fee but at the lower overall rate. Idea after idea came to him while I wrote furiously on the page. All of the idea were a result of his thinking big. All of the idea were a result of his thinking big. How would I sell 200,000 if I absolutely had to? How would I sell 200,000 if I absolutely had to? He surpassed his goal of 140,000 the very next month. He surpassed his goal of 140,000 the very next month. I often used this method for self motivation with myself. If I have a goal of signing two seminars contracts in the next 3 weeks, if I have a goal of signing two seminar contracts in the next 3 weeks, I will often get out a pad of paper and ask, how would I get 10 contracts signed in 3 weeks? How would I get a 10 contracts signed in the 3 weeks? Inflating my goal puts me a different level of thinking. Inflating my goal puts me a different level of thinking. And because I'm solving the problem of 10, I always get at least 2. If you want to really get some fresh motivational ideas, try expanding your goal. Blow it up until it scares you. Then proceed in your thinking as it's must that you achieve it. Then proceed in your thinking as if it's must that you achieve it. Remember that this is just a self content game, not a promise to anyone else. It is just a self contained game, not a promise to anyone else. But it's a game that's fun to play because it works. But it's the game that's fun to play because it works. Thank you.